Hi guys, it's me, Miss Luna, and today I will be reviewing the movie The Maze Runner Death Cure. So I am one of the book fans, so going into this movie I kind of had some high expectations, and so from a book fan's perspective, I absolutely loved it. I thought it was very well done. I really enjoyed it, and it was a little more than I expected. So I had a few issues, but they're just very little ones. One's mainly about like characters dying and everything. And this is a spoiler review, which you probably already read in the title, just so you know if you didn't. So yeah, one of the main ones is Newt's death, which is one of my absolutely favorite characters. And I knew he was gonna die because one, I've read the books. So seeing that scene, I definitely wanted it to be exactly like the book, but sadly it wasn't. He still says, "Please, Tommy, please," which is one of the main lines, which I was really happy that they added that. It just, yeah, it really helped, and it made me very happy because I wanted him to say that. The only difference is he doesn't talk about how he got his limp, which there is a deleted scene out there that you can watch that has that all explained in the movie, but they cut it out for time reasons. But he doesn't do that. He doesn't get shot by Thomas, which is kind of sad because that's how it is in the book. He gets stabbed, which I've noticed that with the whole Chuck thing, when he died in the movies, he got shot. But he was supposed to get stabbed, so I guess they turned it around so Newt would get stabbed, but I was just kind of like, really? Why? What's another? The sets I wanted to talk about because I thought they were absolutely beautiful. I'm pretty sure a lot of them are blue screen and green screen, but they were very realistic, which I really liked because the sets were amazing, and I was like, oh, it looks like a real city. It's so beautiful. But yeah, the visual effects on this movie, I'm sure there are a couple that I can't think of right now, but I know they were there and can't remember them. Or maybe there wasn't. Maybe I'm just like hallucinating that whole part. Who knows? I think makeup design was, The Maze Runner is very simplistic makeup, but for the Cranks, they were like to a different level this time. So especially like Newt, the makeup they did on that and everything, like that was amazing. And I was like, oh, it's just too good. Let's just say the makeup was very nice. I know a lot of the makeup was just very simplistic and very nude colors because this is an apocalyptic. Hopefully that's how you say it. You know what? Yeah, that. And world, and so it's kind of like they don't really have makeup to wear or whatever, so I was fine with that. The music in this, I bought the soundtrack and I listened to it, and it's a lot of drums and all that stuff, so it's a good soundtrack. I definitely recommend listening to it. It's not as amazing as like some other soundtracks, but I really enjoy listening to it because it has some things that you would notice, like if you knew the characters well enough, you would hear like things that kind of relate to them, and like, yeah, yes. So, like I said, it was pretty much mostly accurate to the book, which I really appreciate. The only thing they kind of changed was like the whole plot of it. Instead of trying to find Newt, they're trying to find Minho, who has been taken from the last movie, and they do find him, and it gets kind of crazy after that. Oh yeah, there was a cure. There was never a cure in the book unless you would consider death a cure. So in the movie, the cure was Thomas's blood, which I was like, okay, I wish there wasn't a cure because like in the book there isn't one, and I thought that would make the stakes higher, but they decided to add a cure, which gave me a tiny bit of hope for Newt to live. That obviously didn't happen. But, yeah. I don't know, like, I kind of don't mind it, but at the same time I kind of do, but it doesn't really bother me. I was still like, okay, that's fine. I can live with that. Teresa's death scene was pretty intense. She doesn't get crushed by a building. The building falls on the building that she's on top of, and she kind of just goes down with the whole building, so she dies in the fire. There's nothing much to talk about that. It's different from the book because she doesn't get crushed by it. But, Thomas almost dies. That was pretty intense because, he gets shot in the stomach, and that actually happens in Scorch Trials if you read the books, where he does get shot in the left arm, not the stomach. And so when he got shot, I was like, oh crap, Thomas is gonna die. I was like, I can't be doing this. I was like kind of having a panic attack in the movie theater because I was like, oh my god. But he does survive. Spoiler alert. Which was really good because I was kind of freaking out because like at one point they legit make you think that he just died. So I kind of had like this moment of, you did not just kill off Thomas. But they didn't, so I was okay. I was like, okay. And they do make it to the place at the end of the book where it's like no flare, no sun flare happened, everything's fine, like they're in Nirvana. But in the movie they called it the safe haven. But in the book, the safe haven is a stick. So I was very like, this isn't the safe haven, this is the Nirvana that they come to after they go through the flat trans. So I was like, I'll live. I'm just not too happy about it, but I'll live. That's just a small detail. I'll live. I'll be fine. And then at the end of the movie, there's this huge, big statue rock that they had where you can carve in the names of the people that they lost. So there's a bunch of carvings, and it was kind of cool because you would see like Dylan's name in it, and you would see the cast's names were in it and everything, which was really cool because it was nice to see. The cast had their names on the little statue thing, which was kind of funny. And then they had like the characters' names like Newt's and Chuck's and Albie's and everything, which was cool. So this movie gave me a lot of anxiety. I was in the movie theater with my best friend who were both really big Maze Runner fans, and we wore like our Newt sweaters and everything. We were like, oh, let's go, like, oh my god, this is amazing. And throughout the whole movie, I was like, oh my god, I'm shaking, like I was freaking out. This is story time. And I was like, oh my god, I know what's gonna happen. And then at the end of the movie, I legit got up from my chair, and my legs were so wobbly that I kind of fell, and I was like, okay, this movie has really impacted me. Like, I don't get that, like, shaken up by a movie. So this movie, like, absolutely shook me up. And I just guess it's because I love the books, and I knew what was gonna happen, and I was just, like, kind of waiting for it, and anticipation, and I was like, ah! But, my emotions were, like, skyrocketing. But, so I thought, before I end this review, I just rate the 3 movies from the trilogy that they did. My absolute favorite has to be Death Cure, just because I feel like it was very, very, very well done. I think it was, out of the 3, was the best. The second one I absolutely loved was the first movie because that was the closest to the book, to be completely honest, and that's how you see all the characters and you kind of just fall in love with them, and I thought it was very well done. The second one was absolutely nothing like the book, which was very, very frustrating to even understand. I just recently finished reading Scorch Trials, and I honestly to God don't even remember. I got so confused from the book to the movie that I was like, wait, whoa, this wasn't in the movie. Like, I was completely confused. So I have to say the second one is my least favorite out of all of them. They didn't add the ball monsters, they didn't add the flat trans, which I kind of understand. It was just super duper confusing. And if you're a movie fan, then it wouldn't have been so confusing, but for the books fans, we were absolutely confused. So, yeah guys, that was my rating of Maze Runner: The Death Cure. I really enjoyed it, and so subscribe to this channel to become a mythical star today. You can like, comment, and subscribe on this video. You can like and comment on this video, and comment down below if you saw Death Cure or any of the other Maze Runner movies, and tell me if you liked them and what you thought about them. I'd definitely love to hear your opinions and everything, because this is a safe place just to express yourself. So yeah guys, thanks for watching, and bye!